Hey guys, it's BioCake900 here, and today I decided to do something a little different. Today I decided to make you guys a how to do classes. And these classes work for any individual, whether you're a rusher or you're a camper or whatever you are. These classes will work for you. And so basically what I'm going to show you after I'm done minusing all the stuff away in my classes, I'm going to show you guys how to set up your classes. And just a shout out to Chief Armstrong. He's pretty bad, but he's getting good. And so let's go into this video. Alright, so basically I use a Remington R5 or a Honey Badger. It don't matter. I'm good with both of those, and you guys will probably be good too. And I also use the ARX 160, but I'm not going to show you that today. So I use the Remington with armor piercings and the tracker sight. The reason why I do that is because the tracker sight and the armor piercings give it stability and a lot more damage than it already comes with stock. And the reason why I don't put the muzzle brake is because the muzzle brake adds range, but the Remington already has great range. And so yeah, I use Remington or Honey Badger. Both are good. Today I'm not going to show you about the Honey Badger, but I'm going to show you about the Remington. I don't normally use secondaries unless I'm quickscoping, but this isn't a quickscoping class, so I don't use it. But I do recommend that you use the MP443 Gratch or the P226. It don't matter. I like the M45 Gretsch because it's a whole lot faster and it's easier to use. But if you're going to use the P226, I recommend the silencer, and if you're going to use the Gratch, I recommend you use armor piercings. And if you're going to use lethal, I suggest C4, and tactical, I suggest freaking motion sensor. And for perks, I do quick draw, agility, marathon, and fast reload. And I also do dead silent. But the thing with dead silent is, if you're using it, people with amplify, which is pretty much hacking, is they can hear you walking even if you have dead silent on. So just watch out and remember that if you do have dead silent on. And yeah, so I use dead silent, agility, marathon, quick draw, and speed reload. And for my strike packages, I do dog, maniac, and satcom. And then for camos, I bought my camos. I know, guys, cheap, right? But if you're gonna buy camos, I suggest the Nebula and the Fitness. I only bought the unicorn one for the patch because it says I'm so horny. I know, like 8th grader, right? But I like the Fitness or Nebula, and these are my rushing classes now. I know, Ripper, I know. But I bought the Ripper, and I use that a lot, especially if I'm rushing, and I use the, what's it called? Whatever, armor piercings and the muzzle brake. With the perks, I do my rushing perks, and I do the same strike packages as the other one. Same camo, same everything. Now I use the MTAR also, only because it's like one of the best submachine guns besides the Ripper of all time. And you can use any of the three with armor piercings, any of those, and also the other flash suppressor or the suppressor or the muzzle brake. I use all three depending on what I'm going to be doing. For perks, I do the same what I did for the Ripper and the other for the Remington, and also the same strike packages always is dog, satcom, and I also do maniac. And so now I'm gonna show you guys. Those are my main classes, by the way. And now I'm gonna get into a quickscoping class, which is my sniper rifle. And don't use the Lynx or VKS. I mean, you could use those for quickscoping, but I don't recommend it, only because those are for long range and for campers. And I also don't recommend the L115 because it's a horrible gun. It always locks up when I try to shoot after reloading. So I also don't recommend that. I do recommend, though, is the USR. And that's every time I quickscope, I use the USR. So I use variable scope and I use the armor piercings. And then I also do the MP443 Gretsch, and I do throwing knife. But I only use throwing knife because I do silent shots a lot, there are two ways to silence shot, and that's for using a knife or reloading. And then I do quick draw, ready up, agility, and marathon for that, because I rush with sniper also. And now I'm going to show you guys the riot shield class. The riot shield class is I do submachine gun and riot shield. I use the Vepr always because the Vepr is easy to use. And then for riot shield, I use radar, and I know that's kind of noobish, but I like to see where people are. You can use scrambler and the titanium frame, but I don't recommend that because the scrambler is junk, and the titanium frame only allows you to melee faster. I don't know why they made that. I do C4, and what you can do with C4 is you can double tap, pro tip, square. Many of you know that, but some of you don't. And then I don't use a tactical. So for my perks, I do overkill so I can have 2 primaries. I do reflex so I can take out my gun and use equipment faster. I do the double lethals so I can have 2 C4s, and I do marathon so I can run as long as I want. And then for strike packages, I do the same always. And for my Vepr, I don't really care about camos, so I just put Nebula because that's my favorite. And so another thing that I like to do also is I like to combat knife. It's so fun, and it's fun and easy to use, and I just love it all together. For it, I use P226 with a silencer, and I use my C4 and 2 smoke grenades. For my perks, I do extra tactical, strong arm, and I do takedown so people don't know where I'm at. I also do dead silent, agility, and marathon. And then same strike packages always. And yeah, that's basically all my classes. Now, if you're gonna ninja defuse, I really suggest that you also do the thing where it makes you can't see by tracker sights or thermal. I don't know what it's called, my bad, guys. I'll put it down in the comments later. But yeah, golden knife I don't prefer because it's kind of hacking. I mean, it's not hacking, I mean, but like the guy's 5 feet in front of you and you can knife him, and it's just stupid. But yeah, combat knife, P226, silencer, and I know I'm a girl, guys. Just don't even pay attention to that. Yeah, don't even pay attention to that. But and then if you're gonna ninja defuse also, I suggest that you use the ghillie suit or the concealed cobra. That's because it's a whole lot harder to see people, to see yourself, and it's just a whole lot simpler. So another shout out to Chief Armstrong, even though he's not as good as me. He hopefully will be, and so I hope you guys like and subscribe. Thank you